Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to be here today at the opening of Beyond Business here in Dubai, because it really is about moving things beyond business. The Abraham Accord has been long awaited, and I think our countries have much more things in similar than they are different. Both countries have chosen prosperity for the region. We live in a tough neighborhood, but we've decided to focus on the prosperity of our people and to provide some light of hope for other countries in the Middle East to follow suit. Earlier this summer, the UAE has launched our first mission to Mars, and His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid decided to call it Hope. And he called it Hope because it really gives hope to the whole Middle East region, to explain that an Arabic country has chosen to focus on science and innovation, had chosen to focus on tolerance, on acceptance, to really conquer the sky, and really is, the sky is the limit for us. I was sitting earlier today here, and I have a speech presented, but I'm not going to talk about my speech, and I got a couple of questions of guests here and business people who are constantly asking me about this beautiful building here, the Museum of the Future. And I thought it'd be much more fitting for me to change my speech and discuss about this rather than talk about the formalities, because you all know what you're here for and doing such a great job about it. So this is the Museum of the Future, and His Highness Sheikh Mohammed had a vision to really push the whole nation to have a futuristic look. And inscribed on it, using Arabic calligraphy, is his own poem. And I try to translate to the best of my knowledge. It says in Arabic, لن تعيش مئات السنين ولكن يمكن أن تبدع شيئا يستمر مئات السنين. You will not live for hundreds of years, but you can build and create something that will last for hundreds of years. المستقبل سيكون لمن يستطيع تخيله وتصميمه وتنفيذه. The future belongs to those who can create it, design it, and implement it. المستقبل لا ينتظر. The future does not wait. المستقبل يمكن تصميمه اليوم. The future can be designed today, which I believe is what we're all doing here in this event. سر تجدد الحياة وتطور الحضارة وتقدم البشرية هو في كلمة واحدة. The secret behind the renewal of life, the development of society, and the development of humanity is in one word: الابتكار, innovation. واستغرب من بعض الحكومات التي تعتقد أنها استثنت من هذه القاعدة. And I'm surprised of some governments that think that they are the exception and they choose not to embrace innovation. So I think with these simple words, it really summarizes what we do here today. We're here building the future not only for both of our countries, but also, as Prime Minister has mentioned, Netanyahu, he said, these are examples for other countries in the region to follow. We are also embracing innovation. And I believe Banco Hapoalim also had a big influence in Israel to push innovation by being an anchor investor in a big number of SMEs. And we really believe that the UAE can be a gateway to the Middle East. As an example, in 2019, of all the venture capital that came to all of the Middle East and North Africa, excluding Israel, 60% of all funding came through the UAE. We had entrepreneurs coming from Amman, from Beirut, from Cairo, to the UAE to receive funding. And I think with the Abraham Accord, there'll be much more funding going both ways, and more importantly, much more connections at the human level, at the entrepreneurs level. Tomorrow at 5 p.m., I also have an event with key entrepreneurs from the UAE and those from Israel. Because for me, it's very important that this Abraham Accord gets translated at the government level, at the business level, and at the personal level. I'm also fortunate to be responsible for tourism. And to me, tourism is a great way to get cultures exposed to each other. And I'm also very excited for the number of tours that we can host. As you can see, the UAE has been home for over 200 nationalities. It really is a melting pot of nationalities. And I believe Israel will be an additional flavor that will give that final taste to this melting pot. Once again, thank you all for being here today. I wish you all tremendous success in the next few days. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah and shalom.